question?
Incredulity.
What was my question?
I'm sorry about you.
Okay, what was my question?
You was like, I don't understand that.
No, what was my question?
Let me finish.
You didn't even listen to my question. Can I repeat my question?
I think I need to finish this part.
He doesn't understand my question.
In fairness, I have been a bit lenient with you. Okay, but I'm going to go on, and you can shout over me, but I'm going to go on. All right, and if you shout over me,
we have to engage. I don't like conversations like this.
If you shout over me, I will shout over you.
I'd rather engage. Would you rather engage, or would you rather
I'd rather do what I'm doing right now. Okay, I want.
He's not being sincere about carry on.
The reason God becomes incarnate is to restore the human nature. Okay, it's to do what we cannot do. All right, sin brings death to the nature. Okay, we inherit. All right, we inherit not the guilt of Adam's sin, but the fallen nature. Okay, the whole entire creation fell.
Okay, can I respond now? Yeah.
No, because I'm not done. I'm not done.
You're giving the why, but not explaining how.
If I can land, if he wasn't talking over me, I could land. You can understand?
You've been speaking for 2 minutes now, so it's.
I can't land.
I'd rather have engagement rather than
and
just.
So the reason that God becomes a baby in your sense, right, is that he has to become incarnate to raise this human nature up. Even in Islam, there is the resurrection day. Why is that? Arbitrary to me, because if there's no resurrection, why are you all resurrected? Because Christ resurrects the entire human nature, even those who are not saved. The matter of your soul's salvation is a different thing. Okay, but the human nature itself is restored. That's why all are raised.
Look, the distinction that you're making between the human nature of God, the human nature of Jesus as God, and then the godly attribute of God is incomparable. Wait, it's personhood, no problem at all. Yeah. What we're trying to explain to you is that when Jesus, the Almighty that you believe in, when he becomes a human being and when he becomes a baby, automatically, once you become a God, you diminish your once you become a human, you diminish your divine attributes. For example, let me tell you why. So once you become a baby, are you the same all-powerful God that controls the atoms in the universe, or are you a person that defecates, that eats food?
The power comes from the essence.
No, the thing is,
he already said that his attributes are God.
No, that's different. That's different.
They share the same essence.
That's different.
They share the same power.
That's different. Let me tell you why. Because there's a clear distinction even in the Bible. When I mentioned the verses at the start, when Jesus is prostrating on the floor and he's worshipping the Father, that's a clear distinction between his personhood. From his personhood and the personhood of God. No, let me tell you why. Because look, for example, the one personhood of God is worshipping another personhood of God. Does that make logical sense to you?
In what regard?
For example, Jesus is prostrating on the floor and he's worshipping. He's worshipping on the floor. He's prostrating himself on the floor and he's worshipping the Father. Yeah.
The reason
Let me respond, please. Yeah?
Let me
respond. So what I'm trying to say to you is that if he's doing something like that, then therefore there cannot be two gods. Why? Because a God cannot worship another God. An all-powerful God.
Can there be two gods? No, I can't.
Wait 1 second. No. A God, by definition, if he's all-powerful, if he's all-knowing, by definition, he cannot have another God like this. Otherwise, it becomes a duplicate. It becomes duplicate. That's the reason why I'm trying to say to you is that when a God becomes a baby, when he's eating food, when he's defecating, like you admitted, you literally agreed with the principle that God eats food.
Can I respond?
God defecates.
Let me respond to this last point because I get like 10 points in one.
Slowly.
Right. Okay. So when you say that a God worships another God, right? As I've told you, that the power, the energies, all the power is in the essence, derived from the essence. Therefore, God the Son and God the Father are worshipping that same essence.
Which essence? What essence?
They share the
divine essence. What's the name of the essence?
God.
What's the essence?
What God is.
What is God? Is the Father Jesus?
But no, you don't do this because I need to say I'm done. Is the Father Jesus? Apparently you need to.
No, but is the Father Jesus? I need to understand. Is the Father Jesus?
Then, brother, I told you. You asked me this earlier. I told you the personhood is distinct but not separate. Okay, they are in one essence. They are one being.
So who is Jesus worshipping?
Co-equal.
Who is Jesus worshipping? In that verse, who is he worshipping?
You don't understand.
No, who is he worshipping?
Because he's glorifying.
He's
glorifying that essence, the power of that essence. If Allah, right, notices in his mind, he thinks, "Oh, I'm powerful." That's exactly the same. Exactly the same thing.
Look, that's completely
self-recognition.
The problem with Christians, unfortunately, is the big problem is that what you believe in is a contradictory.
That's pretty
it's contradiction. It's very obvious. Let me tell you why. Every single thing that you believe in is contradictory, and the reason being is if you believe that Jesus was prostrating on the floor and he was worshipping the Father, however, what you do is you distinguish that, and by saying that he's worshipping that specific God essence, that doesn't make any sense. Wait. That's not a logical thing, and what you try to do, you try to explain this logically, and it doesn't make sense. And what I'm trying to say to you is, look, I want to come back to the foundations again because I think we kind of muddled up.
Can you ask a question?
No, wait, one second.
Ask a question to that part, because I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
No, we have to go back to the foundations. I really want to go back to the topic when God became a baby. I really want to go back to the topic.
Can I answer your question then?
No, you have to. No. I gave you the respect to. No,
because you understand when they do is that
I gave you the respect to finish, so let me finish as well. I did give you the respect. You're interrupting me now.
You interrupted me.
No, you're interrupting me.
I did try.
No. You're interrupting me.
Bro, no. I'm sorry. If you don't have respect for me, I'm not having respect for you. I have no respect for you. You have no respect for me.
You have no respect for me.
No, I'm not giving you respect.
Who's the bigger man to be calm and let the other person speak?
Look, it's not playground.
I'll address this. And I'll let you monologue about the baby thing, right? I just want to address that the reason he's praying is he's living out the perfect life, right? He, as the new Adam, has to live out that life, right? So that all may be given his the victory in him, right? Given this risen body through this, okay? He's doing these things not arbitrarily, right? Versus communication to the Father, all right? Because when he enters the fallen creation, okay, you understand that when Adam and Eve were kicked out of the garden, they were no longer walking with God. In the same way that through prayer, Jesus was communicating with God.
Oh my God. Okay, can I respond? Okay, that's fine.
The good thing is, and you say what you want, I'm just saying, it's good if you just tell him what has he just told you to show him that you understood what he said. But I don't think you understood what he said.
I'll be completely honest with you, yeah? When Christians try to explain the concept of God, it makes no logical sense. Now, what you try to do... Let me tell you what. Let me finish. Let me land at least as well. Because we came to the agreement at the start, yeah? In order for us to understand God, we can understand him from his attributes. That's one way. Wait. There's one way we can understand God from his attributes. So what we believe is God can do everything that befits his majesty. However, that excludes all the absurdities.
I didn't agree with that.
Wait, one second. So can God lie? Can God? Wait, one second. No. Answer the question.
Befitting majesty.
Can God lie? Can God lie? No, simple question. I want to understand this Christian perspective, yeah? Can God lie?
As the standard of truth.
Can God lie?
No, that's a contradiction.
Okay, that's fine. Absolutely, that's a contradiction. Thank you very much.
He can lie, but he chooses not to.
No, that's not true. That goes against his attributes. Why? Because God is...
If you use God as your standard for truth, then anything...
No, I'm glad that you admitted that. You said that God cannot lie. Absolutely. Can God regret?
But you're acting as if it's something that he's like restrained from doing. Like
no.
It's
that's the thing. As Muslims, we affirm God cannot lie. God cannot lie. No, exactly. You said the verse right now, yeah. Best of deceivers.
You was going to explain
what's the Arabic word for that verse? Firstly, quickly.
You said it was madda or something, right?
Makar. So now you're saying that. What does that verse say then? Because you mentioned that verse.
I don't know that.
So exactly. So why do Christians mention verses that they don't know?
But
if you don't know, that's not what it means. That's not the definition. That's the wrong translation.
Okay, so
that's the wrong translation.
What
it's talking about is specifically that verse is specifically talking about the disbelievers when they are plotting. The correct word that I would use is plotting. When the disbelievers are plotting against the Muslims, Allah will plot them. So that's not deceiver. That's a wrong terminology. And I don't understand. I don't understand why Christians mention random verses in the Bible, in the Quran, without giving any understanding. And what I would like you to do is, wait 1 second. We need to come to the agreement firstly. Yeah. I said to you that you agreed with me that God cannot lie. Thank you very much. I agree with you. God can regret. For some reason you don't want to answer that question. Maybe because in the Old Testament it says that God can regret. That's maybe different. Yeah? Maybe that's different. Maybe that's different. That's fine. I'm not going to go to that point anyway. So we come to a universal agreement of God's attribute. God is the most powerful. He's the most truth, most knowledgeable, the most powerful. We agree with his principles. So what we're saying, I want you to understand this very carefully. Yeah, really carefully. What we're saying is the most powerful God, the most knowing God, the most just God, him himself goes to a baby. He diminishes attributes. He cries. He eats food, and the same baby that. Wait 1 second. How am I assuming that?
You're assuming that he diminishes his attributes.
Wait. How am I assuming?
When you said you
worship Jesus? Do you worship Jesus as a baby?
He didn't diminish his attributes.
Do you worship Jesus as a baby? No.
You don't understand my position.
Do you worship Jesus as a baby?
I'm so sorry, but you don't know what you're talking about.
You're getting emotional.
You have no clue.
You're getting emotional.
I'm not. I'm just trying to shout over you.
You're getting emotional.
The reason is because you don't understand my position.
Then answer my question.
I tell you all the time. No. Excuse me, David. I'm telling you.
Did he empty himself?
I told you.
Did he empty himself?
Attributes flow from the essence.
Philippians 2, right? Get the verse out.
Do you not get this?
God literally emptied himself. So what does that mean?
Did he empty himself from?
Go on. What does it mean?
I don't know.
I'm giving you a hard time. It's okay. He doesn't know, but it doesn't mean he's wrong or right.
No, what I'm trying to say to you is that we don't believe in contradictory stuff, right? As human beings,
so what did he
as human beings, we don't believe in contradictory stuff. For example, I cannot believe that God is perfect but he's imperfect at the same time. That goes against the laws of, that goes against contradiction.
That's called cognitive dissonance.
Okay, how? Wait.
That's just a semantic.
No. You said God can be perfect and imperfect at the same time.
No,
Explain.
I didn't say that.
Okay, what did you say?
I said you can believe that. You can have someone believe that. Hindus believe that.
Is that true then? Is that true?
No, it doesn't mean it's true.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say to you. For example, Jesus as God, you believe he's perfect, right? As God. So if someone
as God, he's not like he could be anything else.
He has a human nature and he's a God nature.
Okay.
So Jesus as God in a human nature, yeah?
Yes,
in a human nature,
he's perfect.
You believe he's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Do you believe not having full knowledge is a sign of deficiency? Yes or no?
No. It's just
Don't bring up the hour's rhetoric.
Let me tell you why. For example, let's say I claim that I know every single person's name. I know your name, I know his name, but I don't know his name. Does that still mean I'm the same person that's all-knowing?
Can you show him where it says it?
Yeah, can I just tackle that example, please?
My point is you can't use an analogy like that.
No, it's
my friend, you're not God. Right?
No. I claim to be all-knowing, right? I claim to be all-knowing.
It doesn't mean you are.
No, wait, 1 second. No, it's an example that you need to understand. Listen, let me tell you. I know your name, but I don't know his name. Am I still all-knowing, brother? Am I still all-knowing?
No,
I'm not.
You're presuming that they literally do not know. Okay?
Okay, what did Jesus say then?
In what verse? During the hour verse, I can bring that one up because I'm pretty sure if you've ever read the Bible,
yes.
Show him the verse.
Yes.
If you want to bring it up, we can bring it up, and I can read you the whole context of that page. It's rhetoric, my friend. He's saying no one knows the hour, not even the angels. It's rhetoric.
What do you mean rhetoric?
But he's also not saying that.
Who understands
My point is that in the
which scholar,
on the
which
cross
Christian
he
scholar
quotes the
understands
Psalms.
like
Listen,
Which Christian scholar?
stop. Let me speak.
What do you mean stop?
Well,
What do you mean
stop?
Bro,
Be respectful.
No,
Don't
you
speak
have
like
no
that.
respect,
No,
and
don't speak like
you
that.
come here trying to party signal here, right? Have respect. You don't have any respect.
You said you got ADHD, and that's the reason why you're acting like that. So it's fine.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said that.
So you're putting that out again.
No, you said you had ADHD.
He knows
That's the
earlier I
reason why.
called him out because I said I only speak fast because I have ADHD. That was the only thing that I said ADHD was relevant to.
Okay, that's fine, but you're not able to tackle the
But
verse.
now you just.
You're not able to tackle the verse.
And
that's clear with Christians, to be honest with you.
I told you.
You're clear. You're not
We
sincere.
know this
You're
because
not sincere.
because I'm showing you how we know this. Because on the cross, Jesus quotes the Psalms. My God, why have you forsaken me? He's quoting the Psalms.
Absolutely.
So do you understand that that's fulfilling a prophecy?
Wait 1 second. When Jesus in his most When Jesus is in his most lowest moment, when he's crucified on the cross, you're telling me when he's calling, "Oh Lord, why have you forsaken me?" That's just a passage that he's repeating.
It is a
How does
Psalm
that make sense?
quoting.
Wait, 1 second.
Oh,
He's literally.
Wait,
1 second. He's literally in his lowest position. Yeah, just think about it logically as well. In his lowest positions, he's been crucified in the cross. He's in pain, and then he makes the statement, "Oh Lord, why have you forsaken me?"
But why is it in
wait,
the
1 second.
Psalms?
Wait 1 second. And according to him, it's just a rhetoric that he's repeating. Use your logical sense, my friend.
Do you understand?
Wait 1 second. You need to understand.
Who read the Psalms?
One at a time. One at a time.
Who read the Psalms?
Wait, one at a time.
And who read it through him?
You have to let me respond. You're not being respectful right now.
Because you're being disingenuous.
What do you mean
You're
disingenuous?
disingenuous with my position.
Ever since you got the mic, you changed your attitude completely, but it's fine.
I haven't, because I've just gotten sick of you. I'll be honest, I've just gotten sick of your just games you play. All right, you interrupt me, but then as soon as I interrupt you, you have a go at me.
You're the same person that lied against the Quran. You said Allah is the best of deceivers. I asked
you what that meant.
So make an apology.
Did I let you speak?
So would you apologize then?
I let you speak.
Would you apologize?
I haven't seen any of the Arabic. If you can show
No, but would you apologize?
It's semantics, bro. Listen, what I'm trying to say.
You made a statement against the Quran. You have to justify yourself. You wasn't able to justify it. You knew you're wrong. Why don't you apologize?
Because if it
Did
says
you ask him or did you just tell him?
I actually mentioned it, but I didn't say that.
So you didn't have the full research of it?
No.
Because I don't believe in the Quran.
So you don't have the full research of it?
I don't believe in the Quran.
So you don't have the full research of it?
No, did you choose him this and that and that?
I don't remember, bro. It was like, look,
You don't remember.
As human beings, when we speak on it,
I could be
when you make a
dishonest, and I
claim,
don't
you have to
wanna be
make
dishonest.
evidence. So when someone mentions that Allah is the best of deceivers, he has to give us evidence.
If I'm wrong,
Otherwise he's wrong.
That's fine.
If I'm
Clearly,
wrong,
you
of
take that
course,
back.
I
No, I
take
appreciate
that.
that. I respect that. If that's what you're gonna do,
alright.
I respect that.
If I do, but I don't know. I still don't know. I still don't know if it is.
So you research it, yeah?
I'm saying that if you could prove it wrong, right, then I would.
Will you research it?
Yes, I'll research.
That's fine. Look, I respect that.
Shake hands
Yeah, that's
now,
fine. That's fine.
cuddle
That's fine.
each other.
Well, yeah, that's fine. But look, what we'll do is, I think what we should conclude. I think we should conclude.
I do want to make sure you did not understand my position through. No,
We need to talk nice.
No, what my point was to you.
You didn't ever once mention my position correctly.
Let me tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Okay, is it because, by the way, is it because you're trying to fit your
It's not about that. It's not about that. Look, what I'm trying to understand to you is, I'm trying to have a nice conversation as well.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say to you is that what I tried to establish at the start is that all of us human beings, we have a universal knowledge, yeah?
Yes.
So automatically we know that hitting a baby is wrong. Automatically we know that
God's law is written on our hearts, I told you.
Absolutely. So we all have that universal knowledge as well. And in Arabic we call it fitra. So we have a natural inclination. So what I'm trying to appeal to you is your natural inclination. incarnation. So when I was saying to you in the Quran, as we mentioned many times, that we believe in one Allah, we don't associate him with any partners, we don't worship him through any intermediaries, we only believe in that one Allah, right? We don't have any partners, no son, no nothing. So when you try to speak to Christians, we speak to them that, for example, some Christians might say that, oh, Jesus is the son of God. We'll also say that Abraham is also the son of God. It's a type of endearment.
That's
for example, can I just
it's a fallacy though.
You can have that. You can have that opinion. That's fine. You can have that opinion. Same thing in the Bible also. The lowercase God as well. For example, God, the disciples are also called God as well in the lowercase.
Elohim.
In the lowercase. Yeah, absolutely.
Elohim. Do you know what that means?
In the lowercase. God.
Do you know what Elohim means?
In the lowercase.
It's referring to
endearment.
No. It is used for many different references.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
But this is my point. You are every time I've debated with a Muslim, it has always been this same problem. You believe that the word God can only have one referent. When you want it to have one referent, it has one referent.
I'm not saying that according to your principles. I agree with you. According to Christianity, the God is used for different terminology.
Well, I'd argue that any word has different.
For example, the word God in your Bible is also associated to certain individuals as well as a type of endearment. For example, the disciples.
Not just that.
For example, the disciples are also called God, and for example, you can call an individual God as well. According to your Bible, that's fine. We don't believe in that. Us Muslims, I agree with you. Us Muslims, we only had that position of God, Allah, to one entity, which is Allah only. We will never put that position, like we can never joke about and say this is Allah, astaghfirullah. We can never say that. And the reason why we do that is because we need to distinguish ourselves from what God is and from His creation. We Muslims, we believe Allah is greater than His creation. We believe Allah is distinct from His creation. We don't believe Allah is like His creation. We don't believe in the Quran Allah says He does not eat food. And the reason why, because the Salaf as-Salih, what they said is when an individual eats food, he defecates. And wallahi, I would never want to associate my greatest creator to eat food and defecate. I can never do that. I can never do that personally.
He proved what I said,
and explain to your response.
Can we continue on this tone,
what I said, because you said we Muslims do not do this because we don't want to associate God, and therefore you've already jumped to your own reference of the creator God.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
So my point is that you said no, we don't just use one reference, but then you did just use one reference because you think that using that word always has to refer to the creator.
According to Muslims, Muslims. Not you guys. You guys are different.
It's an objective fact.
No, for you guys it's different. I agree.
Because other people reference it in a different way, therefore that is different reference.
I agree with you. I have no disagreement with you. I said no. I think you're confusing. In Islam, we cannot use the word Allah with other things. We cannot associate the word Allah with any other things.
Sort of special, sort of like.
No, but I'm explaining to you.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's sectioned off for him. Do you mean that it's like it's sectioned off for him?
No. What we say is that we try to, as Muslims, we distinguish and we distinct from Allah and His creation. We believe Allah is greater than His creation.
I mean the word.
Let me tell you something. Even the word. Look, for example, Allah is what we define God as, right? Yeah, Allah. So, for example, you guys use the word Elohim, use it for separate things. I acknowledge that. But what I'm trying to say to you is that's a completely different thing we're talking about right now. What I'm trying to justify to you is the Islamic concept of God, right? So I want to speak about the Islamic concept of God, of Tawheed. We worship one Allah. We don't worship anyone apart from Allah. We believe there's other gods, but they're false gods. That's why in the Shahada, where it defines to you that there's no one worthy of worship except Allah. That's what we worship. So that's what we believe in. What the Christians do, unfortunately, what the Christians believe in is that you believe a human being has a godly divinity as well. Yes. And we believe God is bigger than His creation. So if God is bigger than His creation, He can't enter His creation when He's bigger of it.
Okay. So may I say something to help? Just to help. I'm sorry, I mean.
Yes, fine,
correct me if I'm wrong. So the Muslim believes the Creator cannot enter into,
cannot enter His creation.
Cannot enter the creation and be part of creation of what He's created.
You understand why?
But the Christian, because the Creator is greater than the creation.
Yes.
But the Christian believes that God somehow entered into creation, become part of creation. And you believe, keep it simple, and tell me if I'm wrong, and I might be wrong, that Jesus become man, God became man, the Son of God become man.
Well, God the Son, the person, right?
Become man. So he's 100% man. In addition to that, he's also 100% God. Yeah.
Well, fully.
And the hard thing is, the complication is, where you say Jesus is 100% God. So if He's God, yet you believe God is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So is Jesus God, the Father, the Son?
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
he's fully God,
So
then
I understand that. Look, fully.
This is a
For the sake of argument, I wouldn't say 100%.
So my answer
fully God, fully human.
I would say.
Yeah, so what I was saying.
Serious answer.
Just to conclude, yeah. Just to conclude.
I don't want to take over.
Can I just conclude? Yeah. The conclusion that I'm going to make to you is that if someone says there's fully God and fully human being, as Muslims and as any logical person, what we should come to agreement is that there's things that are contradictory by nature. God, for example, cannot be truthful and can lie. God, for example, cannot be all-knowing and not all-knowing. And the same thing. Absolutely, I agree with you. I'm not saying Jesus did. I'm giving you the
he was sinless because he couldn't.
No, I'm not saying that. I know Jesus is not a liar. Jesus was a truthful individual.
Okay, but
I agree with you. But Jesus
said the potential to lie. The potential to lie creates imperfection. But the point is that as he demonstrated earlier, it's not that God is bound by chains and cannot lie. It is just that he will never lie.
But do you believe God?
You understand? It's not.
What we believe is we believe in, as Muslims, we believe in God attributes, but we exclude all the absurdities. Let me give you the absurdities.
You don't.
Let me tell you why.
Creator takes on and then
Yes, exactly.
For example, God sleeping. Look, for example. No, let me respond. Like, for example, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. My friend, let me give you an example. Like in the Old Testament, we can see that Jacob wrestled with God, yeah? And Jacob out-wrestled God in a wrestling match. So therefore, I know it's very funny. It is very funny to be honest with you.
I just love how you use that.
No, example. So from Christian perspective, I can understand why you believe God can do certain things. I understand that. Because if you believe...
Do you know what theophany is?
Can I just respond?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is, I understand why Christians believe in certain things, that God can do certain things. I understand that. Why? Because if you believe that Jacob, who was a prophet, out-wrestled God and defeated him in a wrestling match, you can believe anything.
But it wasn't WWE, let's get the ring out. Do you understand what it means? Alright, it's an allegory. This is what we have to understand. You don't just read it like it's some WWE. Jesus, in the same way that Moses intercedes for the people, okay, of Israel, right?
Can you explain the verse to us, please? If you don't mind, explain the verse to us.
I am now, right? When Abraham intercedes for Lot, we see that these people, even though God doesn't need Abraham's intercession, he doesn't need Moses' intercession, he allows that to happen. Right. He allows that not to actually change something. No, it's not. It's not.
Carry on.
No, because he allows this to happen.
He allowed it to happen.
Not because he required it, but because Abraham could then learn from it, or then Moses can learn from it. When I pray a prayer of intercession for someone, I am learning.
Okay, one second. Maybe I'm confused, yeah? So I'm maybe confused. So the all-powerful, the all-knowing God, the most strong God in the world right now, he has a wrestling match with someone, and he lost the match, and he allowed it to happen. Firstly, in the Bible, wait 1 second, in the Bible, where does it say that God allowed Jacob to beat him in the wrestling match? Show us.
So that's a specific word fallacy.
Show us.
Specific word fallacy. It's a fallacy.
You're not able to show us. He's not able to show us.
Do you know what fallacy is? Do you know what fallacy is? Because he didn't want to get into philosophy.
You're not able to show us.
Because he doesn't know philosophy. He's already committed shirk.
Jacob wrestled with God.
You've already committed shirk because he affirmed divine simplicity.
Jacob, right?
He affirmed divine simplicity.
He's not able to explain it.
He affirmed divine simplicity.
It's fine.
But my point
we'll conclude, but you're not able to answer it.
No, because you don't understand.
You're not sincere.
You don't understand.
You're not able to answer it. It's fine.
I am, but you're not. Let me answer. Let me answer it.
Would you answer the question? You answer the question. You're very emotional right now.
You're
very emotional.
You can listen to me.
You're calm, emotional.
I'm sorry. This is the piety signaling I'm also on about, because you will act
Can you
like
answer the
this,
question?
but then when it happens, you will be like this, and you will be like, oh,
Can you answer the question,
how are you
please?
shouting? I can answer your question.
Thank you.
So when God wrestles with Jacob,
Yes.
right, think about exactly the same thing that happens, all right, when Moses is interceding, all right, God is not requiring it. God doesn't therefore require Jacob to
say
beat
that in the
him.
Bible.
No, but
What you're saying is not saying in the Bible.
God is
Sorry,
weaker than
I have to
Jacob.
interrupt you.
It's not saying that, all right? But it's also
Do you
not
agree with
saying.
that?
But it's not saying that God. Does it say that God required Moses' intercession?
Wait. It's exactly. You're not able to answer the question. That's the thing.
I'm trying to demonstrate a core principle in the Bible.
In the Bible verse, it does not say that.
That's a specific word fallacy,
in the Bible,
though, so it
does not say that God allowed Jacob to beat him. What it said clearly.
It doesn't say in the Quran Allah isn't a giraffe. It doesn't mean he's not. Doesn't mean he is a
What kind of
giraffe.
ridiculousness is that?
It's the same ridiculousness you are.
Literally, I'm repeating.
It doesn't say Allah isn't a giraffe in the Quran. Doesn't mean he is
Wait
not.
1 second.
Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm repeating the Old Testament. That's all I did. In the Old Testament, it clearly stated that, for example, the all-powerful God, he had a wrestling match with Jacob, and Jacob defeated God. Nothing from his understanding and his information that he's saying is in the Bible. What he's doing a comparative example.
They don't draw from the Bible. They don't draw from Moses. I drew from the Bible.
Our God is all-powerful.
He doesn't understand this. He has never read the Bible.
Our God is all-powerful. Their God lost it in a wrestling match. Astaghfirullah. How God lost
It acts like
gotta
it's
keep
the
it
man with
simple.
power.
The simple question is, how can you
It is only for Jacob.
I'm done.
It's only for the story.
I've done the conversation here. I've done the conversation here.
Maybe
God
given
lost the
out.
wrestling match.
But you understand
I can't do anything. My God does not die. My God does not eat food. My God does not cry. Allah is the most
you have
powerful.
no God.
He's
Your
the most
God is
self-sufficient.
Satan. Your God
Allah
is
does not
Satan.
lose a wrestling match. Alhamdulillah. He's the most powerful.
You don't
Unfortunately,
understand.
Christians
You do
believe
not
that
understand.
God lost in the wrestling match. So I'm going to conclude it right here. You can't have a logical conversation with these type of Christians. You can't have a logical conversation.
I know.
Bro, goodbye. I'm going to finish it. Okay, I'm going to finish the conversation. What I would say to you is honestly, try to not believe in things that are contradictory by nature.
I just want to
you
say
know it
to
doesn't
you,
make sense.
don't listen to what I said. Look it up for yourself.
I read the verse, my friend.
Look it up for yourself.
Jacob lost the match.
When you go home,
can I say, can I intervene and say my bit with you?
You can finish it with him. I'm taking the camera. Which one's it?
I'll speak here.
What I would say to you with the title, bro.